best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.
Greetings from iaam-trainin services to one and all. So today that what we are going to discuss is something that I have noticed and observed in my travels to different locations for training, schools, colleges, the corporates. So there is one thing that is very common. There is something that is called as free zone that I have in my trainings, in which the trainee, the student, the employee can ask anything that is running over his mind, any challenge, any problem that he wants to discuss. And this is one area that I have found common wherever I go, whether it be school, it be college, or it be a company. And that is OT, overthinking. How to overcome this challenge? Let's not call it a problem, but a challenge which can be overcome. So, OT is something that is very common everywhere, irrespective of caste, religion, age, gender. OT is the challenge that everyone is facing today. And therefore, this is the topic of the video that I am making on. So, even the University of Michigan has done a survey, and in that survey, they have found out that 73% of the youth, of the youngsters aged between 25 to 35 face this challenge of overthinking. So, let's see what's overthinking. Today, we will see what is overthinking in three perspectives using analogies. We will also see what happens in overthinking, three things that happen in overthinking. We will see three causes of overthinking, 5 signs whether I am overthinking, and 5 solutions how to overcome this challenge of overthinking. So first is, what is overthinking? So overthinking is being fixated on one particular thought for more than a normal duration of time. Say for example, an hour or 2 hours, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the whole day, the whole night. That is somewhere the condition is not normal. And that is what we would call as a challenge of overthinking. Because we all at times do overthink. But the challenge of overthinking is when it's above the normal. It's something not normal. So this is what is overthinking. Being fixated on one particular thought for more than a normal duration of time. The second angle of perspective through which we can understand what is overthinking is from the analogy of a car. Overthinking is like driving a car in which you press the accelerator, and each time you press the accelerator, the speed increases. So overthinking is like this accelerator, this car, in which you entertain one thought. The one thought brings in 2 more other thoughts. The 2 more other thoughts bring 4 more other thoughts. And this is how the avalanche grows. The nuclear bomb keeps on multiplying and increasing. So it's like an accelerator which you keep on going on pressing, and the speed is going on increasing. But on the other hand, if you keep pressing the brake, the speed gradually reduces. It goes on reducing, and at one point of time, the speed is 0. So if you do not entertain these thoughts, if you have self-control and a very strong conviction and willpower, you have a very good control over your mind, you say no to these thoughts, and the speed reduces. And there will be a time where no more thoughts will come. The mind is calm, still, and cool. Third perspective of understanding what is overthinking. Overthinking is also like a terrorist who wants to sabotage, who wants to forcefully enter your door. He's knocking at the door of your mind to let him come in. And when you open the door, you welcome him. He not only alone he enters, he brings 10 more others. He brings 10 more other thoughts in your mind. And they not only enter your kitchen, but they also start dancing on your rooftop. This is what the condition, this is what overthinking looks like. But on the other hand, if you say no to this terrorist who's knocking at your door of your mind, he conveys the same message to the 10 others who are following. And they all say he's not welcoming me, he's very unwelcoming to me, and they all retreat back. Let's move to the second section. What happens in overthinking? There are 3 things that happen in overthinking. First is R. There are 3 things that happen. RSA. R stands for ruminating. I keep on ruminating over my past by using the frame, if only I would have done that, if only I would have done this. I ruminate over my past. The second is I ruminate over my future that has not even occurred. And the phrase that I use is what if? What if I would do that? What if I would do this? What ifs? If onlys and what ifs. The second thing that happens in overthinking, the second S stands for stuck. I'm stuck in one place and unable to go ahead. It's again like a car that is stuck in a traffic jam. Everything is okay, but still I'm not able to move forward. I get stuck. I get stagnant. The third thing what happens in overthinking is ANT, automatic negative thoughts. I do not put any efforts. I do not want them. I do not do anything to have a negative thought, but they automatically download into my mind. So, ANT, automatic negative thoughts. I am flooded with negative thoughts. Now let's move on to the third section. That is the 3 causes of overthinking. And the acronym is PAS. P, the first P, stands for perfectionism. This is the base and the root and the foundational cause of overthinking. That is perfectionism. I want everything, anything, and whatever I do to be Mr. Perfect. I want everything to go smoothly, without any error, without any flaws. And I want everything or nothing. There is no possibility of a gray area. It's either black or it's either white, but no grays. Is life like this? Is everything perfect? So it's living in an unrealistic world, setting very high unrealistic standards for self. The second cause of overthinking is A. A stands for anxiety. I'm anxious. And this anxiousness mainly comes from my negative thoughts. I have a loop of negative thoughts. The last S of the cause of overthinking stands for stress. I'm very much stressful. And this again is like a car whose brakes have failed. I'm constantly rotating and revolving in the loop of negative thoughts, which keeps on increasing the intensity of my stress. As a result, I may not be even able to sleep, insomnia, spending sleepless nights. So these, my dear friends, are three causes of overthinking. Let's move on to the fourth and the second last section of this video on overthinking. And this is the 5 signs to know whether I am overthinking. The first is worry. My day begins and my day ends with worry. Second sign is control. I want to control everything that is happening in my life. Not realizing, not being aware, not being wise enough that there are things in my life which are not in my control. They are BYC, beyond my control. The third sign is decision. I always do second guessing. After making a decision, I think, I second guess, what if I would have decided the other way around? What if I would have decided to do this? What if I would have decided to do that? So second guessing the decision which you have already made. The fourth sign that I am overthinking is loops. I get stuck in my own loops. It's like a recursive loop that goes on up to infinity with no full stop, with no ending point. I keep going on and on and on and on in the loop. And the fifth sign and the last sign is restlessness. Unable to relax, unable to be calm, to enjoy, to be cool, always restless. And I'm happy in being in this condition of being restless. I'm in my comfortable zone of being restless. Now, let's move on to the last and the fifth section of this small input video on overthinking. That is the 5 solutions. So let's not be disheartened. Every problem, every challenge has a solution. The first and what I feel is one of the best solutions is time limit. Time limit your decisions. Time limit the amount of time you're going to spend in thinking over this thought. It may be 10 minutes, it may be 1 hour, it may be 1 day that you're going to spend on thinking about this thought or thinking about on this particular decision. Set a time. Plan to invest this particular amount of time on making this particular decision. And after that time limit is over, you take the decision. You move forward. So set a time limit. Second solution is being busy. Be busy with any work. It may be your professional work, your office work. It may be your homework, the housework, as simple as cooking, as simple as cleaning. So be busy. Keep yourself engaged in some or the other activity. This will also keep you very tired so that you get a very sound and a good night's sleep. The third solution on overthinking is self-care. Have self-care. GWD. Have a good sleep. W. Workout. And D. Diet. Make sure you eat healthy. The fourth solution is talk it out. Talk it out to FFP. Family, friend, or a professional. And the last solution is challenge. Challenge your own thought. Challenge it, whether it's real or is it just my own self-creation? Is it just my own self-assumption? So my dear friends, let's not lose hope. Every challenge, please notice I'm not using the word problem, it's a challenge. Every challenge has a solution. We just need to find it out. Wishing you all a happy and a healthy living.